First carry now for Jameer Gibbs. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Come on, set.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
Got it. Ready?
In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. And it's that rookie 3rd-round pick. They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Detroit.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Ward. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Go street. 70 Timberwolves.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Play action. He'll set up to throw.
Oh, shit.
First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw.
And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a...
Wow.
What a throw. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Quinshawn Judkins. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, what
his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 8. They run straight ahead with Judkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And a 49er first down.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. Finding his tight end, Farrell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
brings up
Here's 2nd and 2.
The 11-yard line.
So after 14-0 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd down and 2.
On the set.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. He'll look to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. That's one's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal. On comes Greg Zerline to try the field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Niners get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Get it!
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Let's go now.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Cowboy 80. Dragon 60. Ready.
Out of the gun, Ward. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Ward going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing is Ward. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
It is 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Ward. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Isaac Tisla was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a
Lost
yard.
one on the
Brings
last
up
play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
18-yard line.
Kittle is the man in motion. Throwing now from the gun. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. First down, 49ers.
First down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
From the gun, a give to Judkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
And the 49er first down.
Forced out wide. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
They'll look to throw again. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Out to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal.
37-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Makes the score.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
It'll bring this to about the 25. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker. there to make the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now
Here's a second and 6.
at the 25-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion left. On the ground, Judkins. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. So the drive will end there, and on comes Tress Way to punt on 4th down. That's fielded at about the 18. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Ward. He's going to let this one go deep. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was looking for Chim DK that time. And that'll set up 4th down. They are going for it. It's Ward. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the Lions first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
He'll find his receiver. That's DK.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's in! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He has a touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. This is IU. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 12 yards.
That catch number 40 on the season for him.
A gain of 12. First down, 49ers.
Here's Judkins. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The ball carrier. Aiden Hutchinson on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. With a tight end motioning left here. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It is 2nd and 9. That's out wide to Judkins. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll run it with Judkins. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line. And that is enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8.
And this is just a defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5.
Gain of 27 yards.
Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run it here. Here's Judkins. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Judkins. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, 49ers. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
49ers.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 29.
That one good for 29.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Quickly to Laporta on the RPO. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard mark.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Here's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, the crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. A throw out wide, and he's dropped. That could be a live football. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and goal.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he's got another one. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to 11 on the season. And make it 3 touchdowns. Now, remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today. I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately fit.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Moving outside the pocket. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Up the middle goes Jenkins here. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to be 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Lions called their first timeout. They get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Back to throw. Going up top. And he's going to have the 49ers first down. They convert in style there. Big play on 4th and long.
And the 49er first down.
They'll put Ayuk in motion.
First down, San Francisco.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think like they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do?
That's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Mustang 19. Come on. Hit. 60 by Panther Street. Hurt. 18, pioneer.
From his own end zone, it's Ward. And an important gain there as they move out past the 20-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Ward. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Ward. He'll let this one go long for Williams. He's got it! And they're going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the Lions. They bounced back from the loss last week. Really put in a determined effort and will come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions.